What common foods in your country are considered delicacies by foreigners? Good. Olive oil. Goji berries. We put that stuff in our soups and many people pick that out when they drink the soup. I worked for a charity in Iraq for a year and we'd buy a dozen lamb chops for the equivalent of $5. That's like $60 to buy in the US and it's worse quality. It was supposed to be caviar, but now it's also unaffordable for us. Cries in Russian. Forest berries perhaps. I live in Finland. We have a lot of forests. So lot of berries such as blueberries and lingonberries. Everyman's rights mean that you can just go and pick as much as you can find. It's kinda one of those things where if you live near any forested area and are willing to spend time there come late summer, you'll probably have enough to last until next year in your freezer. We have so much berries that people from poorer countries, Thailand is a common one for some reason, are hired to pick them up. Because doing berry picking enough to actually profit monetarily is heavy work. And apparently the pay isn't worth it for most Finns. At the same time, forest berries are considered a superfood around the world. Very healthy and trendy. Dunno about actual delicacy status, but definitely a difference in how we think about them. Kreiner Wurst or Carniolan sausage. Protected by EU for being Slovenian speciality that can only be made here but loved and eaten by millions of Germans and Austrians. Edit. It's the name that can't be used if made outside of Slovenia and sold commercially, not the actual sausage. Stroopwafel. We had some Japanese exchange students at our university in the US. And when they saw the cubed melon on the salad bar, the standard watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew mix, they thought we were living like royalty. Apparently melon is a really expensive, special occasion food over there. Avocados here in Mexico, pretty common and cheap. Hawaii has somehow turned Spam into a sought-after food, especially by visitors from Japan. Jamon serrano. Here in Spain is really common and you can find very good product for a very affordable price. Englishman here. Been scrolling for so long to find my country. Maybe some stereotypes are true. Water. Our tap water is perfect and no local ever buys bottled. Iceland. A good baguette. I've seen American tourists walk out of a bakery with like 12 of them. Slow down, dude. They are made all day long. You don't need that many. Tim Tams. Reindeer meat, wild blueberries and cloudberries. Durian. The number of durian farmers who have found overnight wealth are astonishing due to export demand. Edit. Wow, didn't expect my comment to explode overnight. Thanks Redditors. The comment section mentioned Singapore. Due to land scarcity, the durian you have tasted are either from Malaysia, where I'm from, or Thailand. Singapore and China are our biggest exporters. Also, during pre-COVID times, hundreds of coaches ferrying Chinese tourists would visit these commercialized durian orchards on a daily basis for their durian fix. They are offered an all-you-can-eat service for a fixed price. In other words, it's a durian buffet. My family owns about few hundred trees of durian on our land, but it's only for own consumption and we'll share it with our friends and family when the harvest is huge. We are far from commercial scale. Durian is an acquired taste and very polarizing. You either love it or hate it. I'm the latter and the only one in my family. To the dismay of my family. Growing up around the scent, it doesn't bother me. Just dislike the taste. However, I still respect it as the king of the fruit. Morel mushrooms, I never had them though. As Italian living in Germany, I can say that basically every food from my culture is considered fancy here. A couple of days ago I saw an arancino, cheap fried rice cake, sold for €5. In Italy a good arancino is €1. In my experience, a lot of common everyday French foods or high-end specialty foods here in the US. In France, every corner store I went to sold the type of cheese, charcuterie, and pâté that you'd have to go to Whole Foods for here. And it isn't particularly expensive. It's just normal food. Like I went to a little grocer in Paris and got pieces of 4 different cheeses. And I thought, this is going to be like $28. No. It was like $6. I'm just used to what Whole Foods charges. I went to a big department store in the Paris suburbs and there was just an aisle that had all the dry cured ham and such and tins of pâté, laid out as casually as Lunchables in the US. It's just regular food.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.